Welcome to Real Rich Logic. Turn $500 a month into a $500,000 portfolio. Step 3. To wealth. Build your investments safely. Over the next 4 episodes, I'm walking you through the exact steps to build real wealth. And today we move to Step 3, building your investment portfolio safely instead of gambling. We have already reduced our costs and paid off our debts. So now it finally becomes time for the fun part, building your investments in a way that actually lasts. Before you get too excited, I am not here with stock tips, crypto picks, or secret millionaire strategies. There are already countless videos chasing that kind of noise online. This episode is about logic, how to build wealth safely, realistically, and in a way that can actually survive real life instead of disappearing in the next downturn. Before you invest a single dollar, you need one thing first: an emergency fund that protects you from surprises so you don't slide back into new debt. Life happens: a car accident, a medical bill, or a job loss, and suddenly, without a buffer, you are back to swiping a credit card just to stay afloat. We already worked in Step 1 and Step 2 to stop living paycheck to paycheck and to pay off debt, and we do not want to undo that progress. An emergency fund gives you financial safety. It keeps you from grabbing a credit card the next time life surprises you with something expensive or badly timed. My recommendation is simple. If possible, build at least 3 months of living expenses, and ideally 6 months in an account you can access quickly when needed. One great option here is a Roth IRA. You can contribute up to $7,000 a year per person in the current rules. If you are married, that means $14,000 a year between two spouses, and it becomes both protection and a powerful long-term wealth tool at the same time. The beauty of a Roth IRA is that you can withdraw your contributions anytime, tax-free and penalty-free, as long as you leave the gains untouched. That means it can double as both your emergency fund and your first step toward long-term wealth, if you treat those contributions with respect. But your emergency fund should stay safe. This is not the place for risky stocks or crypto experiments you saw online from strangers promising unbelievable returns. Stick with money market funds or short-term bonds that earn around 3 to 4% a year. You want stability here, not excitement or drama. Once you have built that safety net, then you can finally start thinking about investing, not gambling, but actual investing built on patience and diversification. The simple truth is you do not need to chase the next big thing. You just need a diversified portfolio that grows steadily over time. If your portfolio is still small, this is not the time to take huge risks. Be patient and let it grow safely while you practice consistency. The goal is to build a habit, not to hit a jackpot. Steady contributions every month beat wild swings that keep you stressed and second-guessing yourself. Start with broad index funds, like funds that track the S&P 500 or the NASDAQ 100, because they hold hundreds of companies instead of just one. Historically, over long stretches, these kinds of funds have returned around 7 to 10% a year, which is powerful when combined with time and consistent contributions. You do not need leverage, you do not need get-rich-in-a-week schemes, and you definitely do not need random penny stocks suggested by a stranger on social media. You do not want to make 10 times your money this month and lose it all next month. We are playing the long game here, not a casino game. Let's make this real with some numbers. Imagine you invest $500 every month, which is $6,000 a year consistently invested in a diversified portfolio. If you earn an average annual return of about 7%, after 10 years you would have roughly $83,000 just from that steady monthly habit. Stay the course for 20 years and that grows to over $250,000. In 30 years it approaches roughly $570,000. That's just $500 a month, not a lottery ticket, not luck, just consistency and time doing the compounding work quietly in the background. Add in $14,000 a year from fully funding Roth IRA accounts for two spouses, and over 25 to 30 years that can cross $1 million. That is how wealth is really built slowly, quietly, and logically, with repeatable steps instead of dramatic, risky bets that rarely end well. Remember, risk is not the enemy, but rushing is. When you start, stay on the safer side with money markets, bonds, and broad index funds. As your portfolio grows and you learn more, you can gradually take on more risk, maybe a little crypto, commodities, or specific stocks, but only after you master the basics. Most people lose money not because they are unlucky, but because they invest in things they do not understand, with money they cannot afford to lose. So go slow, learn first, build confidence, and then build risk. Your knowledge should grow before your risk level does, not the other way around. At this stage, your money is no longer just surviving, it is working for you. And once you see returns compound, patience starts to feel far better than prediction. We are not chasing quick wins here. We are building steady progress year after year until one day you realize you are not hoping for financial freedom anymore. You are living it. That is the logic of wealth. That is real rich logic, where the goal is not magic but clear, repeatable steps anyone can follow over time. In the next video, we will reach the final step, learning how to increase your income. Because while saving and investing matter, the true game changer is growing your top line. If you have built your foundation and you are ready to level up, hit subscribe and keep watching Real Rich Logic, where real people learn how money really works.